adapt and readapt, and even on top of that, readapt even more on our objectives, our priorities, and our commitments in our daily life. So learning to, oh hey, there's a bird outside. Oh, great. Procrastination again. Ouch. This week's been a rough time in terms of the 30-day challenge for myself already. Jesus, look at outside right now. Doesn't look it at all. Okay, where am I going? Let's get back on track with today's video. So, my question to you is, naturally, when you think of the word or the topic procrastination, what is the first thing that goes to your mind? Waiting. I got all day, you know. Well, actually I don't, but like, I'm waiting for you. Come on. Comment below. I want to see some comments. Come on. Okay, I'm tired of waiting for you guys, but in my experience, the first two words that go to my mind when I think of procrastination is my academics and my work. So being that this month's changing aspects is procrastination, so I wanted to focus on the areas of daily life that this aspect applies to the most. So with Canadians moving towards normal life, if we can even call it that, there is a lot, and I mean a substantial amount of work to do to catch up due to the COVID-19. So there's a substantial amount of catching up to do at all of our respective jobs. And if it's academics, there's the challenge of studying online, as being in school in person is still not applicable. So even though the benefit of studying online is time and convenience, there is still its difficulties and challenges, such as not being in the presence of the actual professor or the teacher to ask questions, and even creating a schedule to accommodate your academic responsibilities as a student, and as well as your personal life, your work life, etc. So during these times, it's really hard to effectively work at home, as we are forced to do everything mostly online and through technology, through social media, through cloud-based apps. So essentially what today's video is about is how to effectively work from home, whether that be school, work, or just your personal life. So to answer the question of how to effectively work from home, my answer to this is all about discipline and self-restriction, as well as your devotion to your hobby, your craft, your education, or even your career. And so personally, I've just started 2 summer classes, of which I just had the first online class today. And I've been recalled back to work for about 2 weeks now. So it's been hellhole, it's been chaotic, but having a schedule really helps. So some of the methods that I've been doing to accomplish my commitments, such as academics, work, school, life, even if all those fall out under their own separate umbrellas, but bottom line is I'm going to be sharing some of the methods I've been using to help me accomplish and work productively from home. Alright, so now that we've started, or now that we've moved to my computer, you guys don't need to see any of this. Let's just open a new tab. And so the first method that I've been using that I find really works is to involve your calendar and your to-do list. So let's go to my calendar. And if we check off that, so you don't need to see that. So we have a blank slate here. Anyways, so essentially what I've been trying to do is make use of my to-do list and my calendar. And this method is called time blocking, where you block out certain hours of the day to a dedicated task. So this can apply to both academics and work as well as your personal life. It can apply to your overall life situation in general. In the sense that if you know you are scheduled to give your boss so this is a hypothetical example, but if you're scheduled to give your boss a update report on this quarter's earnings, and you know the time and the end time, you should put that in the calendar and block the start time and block the times off so that you know when you will be finishing and when you can move on or schedule more tasks to do. So essentially, example, today's June 30th, right? So if I know I will be giving a update report at 10 o'clock to 1 p.m. I can do that, and I'll just do boss quarterly, if I can type today, report presentation. Okay, and I can even add yes, I can even do all this, add all these details. So Google Calendar is a really helpful way to block out your time. And the same can even be applied to academics and even personal life for when you know what you will be doing that day and so on. So my second method is to create a dedicated workspace for each of your commitment. And this is an optional one, as it matters if you have the space, if you have the tech to do it, or if you can transfer your tech around. Like say you have one laptop, you can have multiple desks, multiple areas of the house, multiple areas of the apartment, condo, wherever you live. You can set up dedicated workspaces for each of your commitments. So in my case, in the off weeks prior to me starting my academic commitment and my work commitment, I set aside some time to create little desk areas, desk setups, if you would like to call it, where I can effectively work and have no distractions, because that area is meant specifically for that task. So my desk setups include a desk specifically for school, a desk specifically for work, and one that I use for my personal time, which includes gaming and even my creative space, which is my YouTube video editing and photo editing as well. So that's my personal time workspace. And there is substantial research to show that if you have a dedicated workspace, or as today's teenagers are calling it, battle stations, it allows your body to recognize the surroundings that you're in. Like, this room is my surrounding of my personal time, so it allows me to focus and be the most productive that I can be. So if you set up your own dedicated spaces for, say, if you work from home, if you are taking online classes, set that area aside, and that's your academic side, that's your work area, etc. It'll help you immensely. The last method that I've heard of but not yet put into effect is dress as if you were going out for that event or occasion or commitment. So this is something that I've heard and am interested in giving it a try. And it's simply put, if you are an office worker, dress like this. And not like this. Similarly, if you are attending online classes, dress like you are going to the classroom and not like you just rolled out of bed. So all in all, I hope these methods that I've talked about today helped you in being able to work the most effective you can be from home, whether that be with your career and jobs or your academics or your other commitment. Right now is a very challenging time for us as a society, as we have to constantly adapt and readapt, and even on top of that, readapt even more on our objectives, our priorities, and our commitments in our daily life. So learning to, oh hey, there's a bird outside. Oh great, procrastination again. Anyways, so learning to further develop yourself and be able to not procrastinate, be able to schedule your time correctly, prioritize, and etc. is very beneficial for us at this time, as we are able to essentially adapt better in a sense. So yes, if you would like to read more on how you can work from home more effectively, I've dropped a little bit of the sources that I've been referencing and using in the description below. And until then, my name is Jackie. This is The Warning Evil. And stay productive. P.S. You liked that outro change, didn't you? I was about to say peace, but nope. I said stay productive, which you should. Alright, get back to work now. Or just watch the 2 videos in front of you.